are so afraid to listen to the answer. I am about to answer you systematically. Excuse me. I am asking you to provide me in your counter response. Where did people in the Greek world, ancient Greek, is that your level of knowledge? You Google. Is that level? Is this how you research from Google? Go and Google. Go on. More knowledge than Muhammad. Hang on.
Was it forbidden? Was it forbidden for man to know facts about astrology?
Can I respond to him? Of course not. But my point is, such an information, if a man gives to you, you need to know the source of that information, because you cannot. Can you see the heavens and the earth being separated at one point? You can't, because you really need to know the science of modern day to understand that there is the universe expanding, and at one point it wasn't expanding. It was a common origin, and there was a big explosion, right? This is one of the big models of our cosmological understanding of the universe. So if you're going to tell me the Greeks knew it, which Greek? Which one?
I never mentioned anything.
This gentleman mentioned. That's what I'm saying. It is sometimes, as a quick response, people do that. But this really shows that you have not really gone into detailed understanding of the subject matter. And as a quick response saying, yeah, of course they knew it. But when questions, you are unable to provide anything, you're saying Google it. While I'm speaking to this gentleman, you can Google it and say which Greek philosopher, Greek scientist, came up with this idea that, yes, there was. Hang on. You said Greek, now you said Bible. Okay.
God separated the heavens and the earth.
Tell me in the Bible. Tell me in the Bible where God says everything was made from water, because this is what I'm providing. This particular man, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he said two things: astrophysics and biology. That the earth and everything beyond the earth was joined together one piece, and there was a forceful separation. Point number one. Point number two: God brought every living thing from water. Living thing from water, not material things, living things. I know many Greek philosophers had different beliefs about what they considered the roots of everything, the 5 elements, the 6 elements, the 4 elements, and so on. But we are talking about a knowledge claim that every living thing is made from water. So you can Google if you want, if this is your only source of information, and provide me. So unless you give me a coherent...
You're saying, okay, he might have been...
I am saying, no, how did he know?
He was wrong about where sperm came
Okay, let's come back to that.
And he said the breastbone of a
hang on. Okay, let's come back to that.
How does sperm come from the breastbone of a woman with a backbone?
I'm explaining.
And that got taken out of the Quran.
Excuse me.
Because in Arabic, it actually means feminine. So when they say the backbone...
The Quran is in Arabic, and it will always be in Arabic.
Yeah, that's
so it's not taken away.
So if you can read Arabic, it actually says it's the feminine. Right? So it means the backbone of a woman. Not even the breastbone of a man, bro.
One second.
The rib of a man, the breastbone of a woman. So Muhammad was wrong about that.
1 second.
But you're saying, he was a prophet because he said that there was some kind of big bang, which is probably already being debated in theory.
Would you like me to respond to your example where there's apparently a scientific error?
He might have been right about one thing, but he was wrong about that.
You're not listening, are you?
He was wrong about that.
You're not listening, are you?
But was he right
was he
correct? No, he wasn't.
I am saying, hear me out. I want to address what you've just said about so-called scientific error.
Please.
Are you willing to listen?
I'm listening.
Thank you. Good
man.
man.
Can explain that
Good
one,
man.
bro? Like how does sperm come from the breastbone, the backbone of a woman?
Oh, you're not finished clearly. Once you're finished, then I will speak.
I wanted to explain that.
No. Once you're finished, I will explain.
Finished, bro. Go ahead.
You're finished. So I would expect no interruptions while I'm explaining to you. Right. How good is your human anatomy and physiology and biology? Because this is resting on the understanding of where sperm is ejaculated during the moment of ejaculation. It is not about... It is not about where sperm is developed, formed and stored. The Quran talks about يَخْرُجُ مِنْ بَيْنِ الصُّلْبِ وَالتَّرَائِبِ. It proceeds from. So it doesn't say it begins its journey. It doesn't say this is what it's stored. It doesn't say this is what it's made. It's all about expulsion. It's expulsion of them. So according to, firstly, I want to know how much you know about science firstly, okay? According to biology, during coitus, okay, when a human male ejaculates, where does the ejaculate from, excrete from, come out from? Then I'll talk about what the Quran says and how this is in line with the Quran. So now let's deal with it scientifically and textually as it says in the Quran.
You still haven't dealt with it, bro.
I am going to deal with it.
For a whole 4 minutes.
I am dealing with it. So according to science,
to explain, bro.
I will tell you.
Please, go
5
ahead.
minutes. So I start at 1 minute. In my 1 minute, I'm pausing to ask you a question. According to the scientific understanding of human ejaculation during coitus, okay, where does the fluid that's ejaculated from a human male body come from?
It don't come from the breastbone of a woman, does it?
Where does it come from? Don't tell me where it comes from.
The breastbone of a woman, which is false.
Excuse me.
Yeah? The rib of a man, the breastbone of a woman, which is false.
Relax, relax.
I'm relaxed, bro.
What I'm asking you...
Like, you can keep talking, but you're not going to, like, tell me that something is...
Does it come from my umbrella?
Modern day...
modern
day...
Right.
Yeah.
1 second.
So,
According to modern...
Listen.
Listen. According to modern day medicine, it doesn't come from the umbrella, right? So now I'm asking you, from what you know, from the medical knowledge, because you must have really looked into what does science have to say. Otherwise, you'll be making a fool of yourself, not knowing what the biology is, and then claiming it's a scientific mistake.
1 second. Of a woman, no matter how much you say, no matter how much spin and twist, and how much like changing the truth that you try and do,
I have not.
Come from the
I haven't told you where it comes from yet, brother. Excuse me. Jazakallah khair. Wait.
You say Muhammad was wrong.
Wait, my friend. Wait, my friend. Let me give you a chance again. Let me give you a chance again. To say something like in the Quran there's a medical scientific mistake is to know what the medical knowledge says about this matter. So I'm going to ask you again once more. Final chance for you. According to biology, human biology, not animal biology, worm biology, according to human biology, where does the ejaculate excrete from during ejaculation?
Not the breastbone of a woman.
I'm not asking where not. I'm saying where from. Do you know?
Not the breastbone of a woman.
No, don't tell me where not.
You're trying to say Muhammad was correct. Well, you just said
one second. Does it come from your nose? It doesn't.
It's a devil in your nose.
Hang on. It doesn't come from your nose, and I know it doesn't come from your nose either. One second. Look, I know.
You got to blow your nose, haven't you?
My friend.
The devil will be staying in your nose.
My friend, listen.
That's another biological
Does it come from your teeth?
mistake. Our flies,
excuse me.
If a fly falls in
Relax.
the drink, is half of that fly going to cure your disease?
I will address that if you want.
That's another biological
But what you're doing
mistake.
I will address you one by one. Can you remind me? Remind me of the examples he brings. And I want to see he's really a gentleman to able to listen to a...
Fly falls in my drink,
excuse me.
Half of it is not going to cure any disease.
My friend.
That's another biological error.
My friend. I am more than willing to respond to every single example you bring. Okay. I am now dealing with your example, I suppose it's scientific mistake about where the ejaculate is excreted from. So now, in my response to see whether you even understand medically where it comes from, because if you didn't, then to say it's a medical mistake, scientific mistakes, it's really making a fool of your own self. So let me ask you.
I've just given you two biological errors that you're...
That's your claim, right?
I told you.
That's your claim. That's your claim.
I'm telling you that
and
now.
I am deconstructing your claim to show how...
put spin on it, which is what the Quran is about the Bible.
Look, I am...
You try and put spin on everything, try and make your own version of offence. They're not correct, mate.
Why are you so...
Correct
why are you suffering from inferiority complex? If you really think... Look, I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you. An inferiority... Brother, please. Akhi, Jazakallah khair. An inferiority. Listen.
Exactly what Muhammad done.
An inferiority complex says.
And be like, I'm the last prophet.
My friend.
Like, I come 1400 years after Muhammad. But he was a liar. I'm correct.
Please, you have to be patient.
Mary was a liar. Jesus was a liar. Yeah, that's what Muhammad.
Then
did.
I will
so
explain.
I could come 1400 years later. Okay. Like, no, Muhammad was wrong. I'm the last prophet. Look. Here's a book that
every single example you've given, you were wrong in those examples.
I went into a cave and Jibreel told me this book. Yeah? You believe me, right? I'm the last prophet, bro. Not Muhammad.
Can I reply?
Me.
Can I reply?
Yeah? So no, that's what Muhammad did.
Can I reply?
Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Okay. He said, you believe in the virgin birth, but you don't believe...
Could I reply?
You believe Mary, which said she had a virgin birth, but you don't believe that Mary saw her own son on the cross. You think that Mary mistook her son died on the cross for another man. That's what Islam believes, bro. But at the same time, you believe in the virgin birth. So how can you say we believe in the virgin birth, but we don't believe that Mary saw her own son die on the cross? You're calling the mother of God a liar, bro. And that is why Islam will never really do what you want it to do.
Are you done?
It's based on
Are you done? Can I speak now?
I've given you many falsities already.
Can I speak?
And you've still not backed up one of your points.
Can I speak without interruption?
Come from anything like
can I speak without interruption?
You've not given me anything that's
Can I?
actually correct.
So be a civilized gentleman.
I'm civilized, bro.
And let me speak.
This is me civilized.
And let me
London,
speak.
Bro.
And let me
This
speak.
is civilized.
No, I want you to be civilized. And let me speak.
Bro.
Okay, let me speak then. Thank you. A sign of civility in England is when somebody asks a question, they should listen to the answer. Do you not agree? Yes. Does she look like Arab or in English? She looks like English to you, right? Good. Now, so in free speech,
Serbian, Kosovan, so like that, you can get white Muslims that don't.
Are you
come from
Serbian?
England.
You're Irish. Oh, right.
Like Sinead O'Connor. God bless you.
Now, let me respond now. So you, as an Englishman in London, in England, show some civil behavior. So, as I said, you were wrong in every single examples you brought. So don't interrupt.
You're spinning it
I am
now.
explaining. So when I'm done, you can have a counter reply.
mistakes.
You can have your rebuttal. You can have a response.
And
So
you can't actually.
I
answer
am
one-
about to
one
answer,
of those
and
points
you are so much.
with facts.
Listen.
You have to spin it.
Do you know
can't
why-
Give me facts, bro.
Do you know why you are so afraid to listen to the
1400
answer?
Years ago. Nah, Muhammad
Do you know why
was
you're so
wrong.
afraid?
I'm right, bro.
You
Yeah?
keep looking at me as well. What's your name, mate?
My name's Alex.
Nice to meet you, Alex.
Alex, I'm looking at you because
Alexander.
you are observing the situation
Yeah, sure.
as a neutral person. And you're seeing how the inferiority complex is being demonstrated. And what I mean by that is this. Someone who's not sure of their own position, they always have this complex like, oh, I may be wrong.
spin.
And look,
Are you a politician?
let
You like
me,
spinning things and not giving a clear answer.
you
Just
are
give me a
so
clear answer.
afraid
I've given you
to
4 or 5
listen
points.
to the answer.
4 or 5
I am
mistakes in
about
your
to
PR,
answer
and you're
you
not giving me one
systematically.
Actual factual answer.
Okay, listen now. According to science,
Spin.
hear me out now. According to science, the sperm is not ejaculated from the bones here. It's not ejaculated from your spinal column. It's not ejaculated from your nose or your teeth on your hair. It's not. So I am not asking where it's not from. I'm going to tell you where it's from. So you have in your human anatomy what we call the testicles, right? The testes, in which the sperm develops. They grow and they mature. As they mature, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, he's praying like a Satan. So now use a charm, brother, to recite Surah Al-Ikhlas, Surah Ayatul Kursi on this gentleman he's doing magic, right? So now, right, no, this man. Now, so, look at him. I am, because I know him. Now, my Muslim brothers, Ayatul Kursi on this gentleman and see what happens. Now, to answer your question is this.
I'm
Now,
the last prophet, bro.
listen.
Muhammad was wrong.
Listen.
I'm the last prophet, bro.
Listen. So,
right.
according to science, so the sperm is developing, maturing. As they mature, they travel through the epididymis, going along this seminal duct, right? Called seminal vesicles. It's called vas deferens. All the way it travels up, and there's this ampulla. Okay? So when during the coitus, during the point of ejaculation, the secretions from the prostrate gland, the Cooper's gland, from the ampulla, from the vas.
Breastbone, no, is it?
I am teaching you science.
It's not the rib of a man or the breastbone of a woman. This is what Muhammad said.
Don't interrupt while I'm giving you some lessons, right? So don't interrupt.
You can't just say Muhammad.
Don't interrupt me when I am giving you some lessons.
Muhammad said
Yes,
one thing.
teaching an
He said the
Englishman
breastbone of a woman and the rib of a
civilization,
man is where the
manners,
sperm
and
is made.
science. Right. So let me
It's
tell
not
you,
made there, bro.
my friend. Listen. So according to medical science, as I explained to you, all of these things, they don't come from your, ignorant belief, from your testicles. It doesn't come from there during ejaculation. It will take you 7 to 14 days. You have to wait for that. So, because it doesn't come at that point during ejaculation, so it comes from the other places that I mentioned, mixture of these fluids. Now, where is it located? If you think a human body is like a cylindrical, because that's how in medical science we explain the anterior and the posterior, right? We describe the human anatomy, location of organs using this kind of terminology. This is anterior to, this is posterior to. Human body is like a cylinder. To understand the position of, are you reciting Ayatul Kursi? Look, this man is still This man is still doing magic.
With his cap,
Right.
bro.
So, as a cylindrical body, I am now teaching you proper science. Listen, I will now teach you properly what science says. Right. Are you listening? Right. So go to him. He's doing magic. Right. Okay. Listen, my friend. So as a cylinder,
what about the
as a cylinder, when we want to describe, why are you interrupting? Why are you interrupting when I'm explaining? I have not finished. Then come back another time. I will explain to all the other people. I'm going to explain to people. I am answering. You are afraid to hear the answer. So now, so the answer is this. In a cylindrical body system, we describe the location of the internal organs by the anterior or the posterior of the cylindrical shape. What the Quran does, it gives you a position of. The position of this is between the backbone and the ribs. The backbone is the anterior position and the posterior position is the spinal column. So now what we find is the Quran is exactly as it says, in between, min bayna sulbi wa taraib, from in between the anterior position and the posterior position, which is where it's located. So according to the science doesn't have a problem with that. Science is exactly, this is located in between these two anterior and posterior positions. So you have been debunked in your understanding of what the Quran says, what the science says. Next example about the fly. Let me talk about the fly. You think fly, man, fly. I'll talk about the fly. I'll talk about the fly if you are really brave enough to listen to the answer. Okay? Fly. So according to,
what kind of mother is going to mistake her own son being tortured on a cross in front of her? No woman.
Do you want me to address your ignorance about the hadith about the fly, or do you want to talk about address the virgin birth? Okay.
I call Muhammad a liar.
Can I ask you a simple question? Can I ask you a simple question?
I was right. I wasn't there, but I'm right.
Okay. I want to ask the crowd. I want to ask the crowd.
Jesus was wrong.
And Alex, according to the mother of Christ, what was her perception who Christ was? Did the mother of Christ think and believe and know that Christ was God?
No. I think she knew it was special, mate, because she had a
Did she know that Christ was God is the question. So I would like Alex to answer this question. Alex, did the mother of Christ, Maryam, did she know that Jesus Christ is God?
Is that why you hate women, bro?
Answer the question.
I wasn't even listening.
Answer the question. Did the mother of Christ, Mary, know that Christ was God? Yes? Where did you get this from? Where did you get this information from?
I was talking to him and you come start filming me, bro.
Right. Those of you who believe this is the case, where did you get that belief from that Mary, the mother of Christ, knew that Christ was God? What is your source of information? Because the Bible doesn't say anything like that. So where do you get it from?
That he has to spin and try and shout louder.
Why don't you focus your energies on trying to fix society?
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
From the Old Testament. The same as why
is God
when
real?
Muslims say, right, when Jesus was on
is
the cross,
God real?
And he said, Father, why have you forsaken me? And Muslims
so obviously Alex is not going to answer.
Why is he asking God? Why is he asking
Do you know
Father,
why is Alex not going to answer? Because he knows that he's just waffling.
You look at Psalm 22, it says exactly what Jesus
so we will leave Alex
he was dying on the cross.
Because he is not someone who's reasonable to discuss with. Right, so he is someone who's emotional and totally blinded by blind faith. So may God open up your heart and mind to show you critical thinking, to show you how to reason, how to use your brain and your intellect, and to come and arrive at the truth using those faculties. Because if you did, you'll become a Muslim. That's what a Muslim is. Someone who critically thinks, utilizes their faculty of intellect, reasoning.
Jesus was a Jew, and yet you still try and call him a Muslim.
Okay, can I address that? Can I address this? Alex, can I address that question?
Yeah, Jesus.
Okay. Do you know what a Muslim is? What is a Muslim according to us?
Submits to the will of Allah.
Submits to the will of God.
Who is Allah, bro?
No, submits. A Muslim is someone.
Is Allah Yahweh?
Listen, a Muslim is someone.
It's not my God, bro.
I'm a friend. Hello, Alex. A Muslim is someone who submits and surrenders their will to the will of one true God. That's our definition.
One true God.
That's our definition.
Who's Yahweh,
Wait.
the Son Jesus Christ.
That's our definition. Now, according to our definition, is Jesus a Muslim or not? Did he submit his will willingly and sincerely?
He was God. How can he submit his will to? He is God, bro.
Did he pray?
That's what the Bible says. He was subservient to God.
And then Muhammad said 600 years later that he ain't. Well, I come 1400 years after Muhammad.
Did he pray to God?
I say Muhammad was wrong.
Did he pray to
So
God?
I'm a prophet now. Do you know what? I've got my own book.
Did he pray to
It's kind
God?
of like the Bible, but it's not. It's like a spin-up, made-up thing of the Bible. Yeah? But I'm the last prophet. That's all you guys need to know. That's all you guys need to know.
Did he pray or not?
Yeah,
Jesus. Jesus.
Where are you going? I'm not going anywhere. I want you to teach him some Islam, inshallah.
Did Jesus pray? Did Jesus pray to Alex? Did Jesus pray to God
Can
or
you
not?
answer, like, if a fly falls
No,
in a
answer
drink,
me. Answer me first.
You ran away from it.
how a fly can cure
I
disease
was about to
if it
answer,
falls
you
in
ran
your
away
drink?
from the answer. Because you were so afraid to hear the answer.
Scientifically, a fly falling in your drink cures a disease,
I have a whole
right?
video on
The
this,
science-
on this matter, available on the internet.
The science, yes. No. But look. The Prophet ﷺ said, if a fly falls into the drink, dip it in, for in one of the wings,
Do you agree with him? Anything.
there is.
I don't want to go into it.
Why not?
Let them talk. Let them talk.
No, I want to speak to you because I heard you are agreeing with him in many points. So I would like to know your views. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Recite Ayatul Kursi on this gentleman over there. Look at this, how he's doing magic on him. Yeah.
We were just
Recite it.
talking, and then everyone come on and started filming.
No.
I've not moved.
Alex.
Are you a
Alex.
Christian?
Now,
Why do you believe
Now,
God
scientifically, it's been proven
Yeah, the fly
that
in the
one
tree.
of the wings of the fly, there is an antidote
and you have a wife?
opposite to the other fly, to the other wing. It's been scientifically proven. So if you have got a dispute with that, dispute it with science.
Oh,
Now,
but that's not
science says
scientifically correct. You cannot tell me a fly in a drink will cure disease. That's impossible.
it doesn't cure a disease. Do you understand? If you got bitten by a snake, there is an antidote to that, yeah?
So you need some of the venom of the snake.
And you need.
So why
just
didn't
allow-
Muhammad say snake and not a fly in your drink?
No, Muhammad never said the snake. He said the fly.
He said the fly falls in your drink. One
Yeah,
wing
dip
cures
it
disease, the other
in,
wing cures
dip it in. He
Why
said
didn't he
dip
say a
it in,
snake? If
dip
he
it
meant
in.
a snake, why didn't he say a snake? He said a fly.
Just listen.
No, that's what he said. So answer that. If he meant a snake, the snake venom,
Not using
yeah,
your brains.
why did he
You
say
didn't
a
even
fly?
think about snake until I told you the snake.
Exactly.
But
no,
look,
that's the example you gave.
this is neither here nor
do you know
there.
what cures snake venom?
Now, look.
The blood of the lamb.
Jesus,
Do you know what the blood of the lamb is, bro?
only,
Do you know
who is
what
the
cures
only true
snake
God?
poison? Do you know what the snake that was in the Garden of Eden?
Are you gonna talk or
If
waffle?
a snake bites someone,
Are
yeah,
you gonna talk
know,
or waffle?
the blood of a lamb can help heal
Are
that.
you gonna talk or waffle?
Why do you think they call Jesus Christ
Okay.
the Lamb of God, bro?
Do you worship a lamb? Is that what you
He
worship?
was
A
the
lamb? An
spotless Lamb
animal?
of God, mate.
You worship
He
an
was the
animal?
spotless Lamb of God. Yeah,
Okay.
we don't fuck them, bruv, like you, man. You understand?
Christian
You get
using
me?
F language and so on and so
Yeah,
forth.
we look after
How
lambs, bro. We don't need to...
Very civilized.
Have a way
Very
with a
civilized.
lamb, bro.
But anyway, on
nasty shit, bro.
so who's the only true God? Who's the only true God?
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Allah Yahweh.
Okay.
It's Allah
Now,
Yahweh.
what about?
You can't answer that, can you? It's Allah Yahweh, bro.
What
If he
about-
is, then we are
what
all
was
part of the
Jesus-
same Abrahamic religion.
How
because the
did
God
Jesus-
of Abraham is Yahweh.
What language
So
did-
you either believe in Yahweh as the one true living God, bro, or like Allah is not Yahweh. Allah is not part of the Abrahamic religion. You need to answer, is Allah Yahweh?
Are you gonna listen or not?
If he is, then we're all
Are you
part of
going
the
to
Abrahamic
listen or not?
religion. If we're not, then Islam is something different.